And then ask yourself, am I dating one of these or not? You know, you should talk about money on the third date. Think about a date. Think about dating. First date. Oh my goodness, this is a really interesting person. Or not. Then there's never a second date. Second date, I want to learn more. I'm really interested. You're going into a third date. There's something going on. There's something going on. You both want to meet again. That's the first time you should say, look, I know this is crazy, but we're here together a third time because something's going on here. And I'm just wondering, what are your long-term goals? I mean, it's not about our marriage or anything else other than we're having a great time, but what are your ambitions? I'm really interested in you. I'd like to know what you think. And maybe the woman says, or the guy says, "Are you checking me out?" You say, yeah, I'm really interested in you. It's a form of finding out if the connection, I should be a marriage counselor. That's what I think. I mean, it's really, dating is the dance, but it should involve exploring where we're going financially.
For many years, you've probably seen this iPad sat in front of me. You've probably wondered what's on it, and I'm going to tell you today because they're now our show sponsor, thankfully. It's an app called GoodNotes, and it's where I store all of my research, all of my information, but also where I take notes in real time when the guest is speaking to me. I love this app because it's so dynamic, but also because of this new feature, which is called Ask GoodNotes. It's basically my AI companion. I can search the 200 pages sometimes of notes and information that I have in front of me in just seconds. I can type into the Ask GoodNotes feature, what was the name of Kevin's mother? I'm speaking to Kevin O'Leary on the podcast. He starts talking about his mother. I have a couple of seconds to figure out what she's called so I can ask him a question about her in a polite way. Ask GoodNotes looks through all of my notes, responds back to me in seconds. If you're someone that loves taking notes, but your notes are a mess and you can't read your own handwriting, i.e. me, I think GoodNotes might be the solution for you. And Ask GoodNotes, which is their new AI feature, might just be the tool that turns you into an organized person. That's certainly how it feels for me. So I asked GoodNotes if they would give my listeners a 30-day free trial to try it out. And they've given us one on iOS and Mac. So if you want to use that 30-day free trial, go to goodnotes.com/DOAC or sign up now for your yearly subscription for just $9.99 per year. That's $9.99 per year. Go to goodnotes.com/DOAC. I've built companies from scratch and backed many more. And there's a blind spot that I keep seeing in early stage founders. They spend very little time thinking about HR. And it's not because they're reckless or they don't care. It's because they're obsessed with building their companies. And I can't fault them for that. At that stage, you're thinking about the product, how to attract new customers, how to grow your team, really how to survive. And HR slips down the list because it doesn't feel urgent. But sooner or later, it is. And when things get messy, tools like our sponsor today, JustWorks, go from being a nice to have to being a necessity. Something goes sideways and you find yourself having conversations you did not see coming. This is when you learn that HR really is the infrastructure of your company, and without it, things wobble. And JustWorks stops you learning this the hard way. It takes care of the stuff that would otherwise drain your energy and your time, automating payroll, health insurance benefits, and it gives your team human support at any hour. It grows with your small business from startup through to growth, even when you start hiring team members abroad. So if you want HR support that's there through the exciting times and the challenging times, head to justworks.com now. That's justworks.com. One of the big protagonists in the story of many things we've discussed, money, investing, building businesses now, is this thing called artificial intelligence, which you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
It's like entered the room.
Yes.
And it's changing lots of these equations in a really profound way. Again, for that person who is maybe at the start of their career, or even, they're a lawyer right now, how are you thinking about AI? What should they be thinking about? Because I don't think we've seen something quite like this, certainly not in my lifetime. I've not seen disruption of this scale. I wasn't around for the dot-com boom. I was too young. I was 10 or something. I was 8.
Yeah.
So how should we be thinking about this moment? Is it a huge opportunity for wealth creation, or?
Yeah, it's immense. It's bigger than the internet. I'll tell you why. I want to keep it down to earth because I'm actually using it now in use cases. There's every sector of the economy, every aspect of research, every aspect of business has a huge opportunity here. But let's just take use cases that you would understand, everybody listening would understand. In today's post-pandemic world,